So here we are with a turkey that Coolum has cooked for us this afternoon. And this started about as a 20-pound turkey. And it's all, you have to follow the directions which we provide you for cooking the turkey. One thing to keep in mind is that this little guy here is a pop-up thermometer, and you'll see the little red center part has popped up. That tells you that the turkey is fully cooked. It's reached the temperature. And then what we do when it's finished cooking, we'll set it aside to rest for about half an hour. Half an hour is optimum. And what happens there, it reabsorbs whatever juices it's losing, and it balances the heat throughout it evenly. So it's always hotter on the outside from cooking and colder on the inside, and the heat goes through it evenly, and it becomes a better turkey if you do that. So plan ahead a bit, follow the directions. On the cooking sheet you'll get estimated times as well, so you can plan it also. People aren't waiting around for dinner as sometimes we have been. The turkeys that we sell are very meaty turkeys, and they're fresh turkeys, and you'll find that they go a long way. They'll serve a lot of people. Like if this was a 20-pounder, it'll serve easily 16 to 18 people. And we stuffed this particular one because we love stuffing, and we make stuffing. So the first thing we do is take the stuffing out of the bird, get it all out of the bird. We're going to set it aside for a moment because it's going to be part of the presentation that we do. And you can use the stuffing as it comes here, or you make your own recipe, or you can add to ours. Sometimes sausage meat, sometimes apples, fruit, dried fruit, raisins, sometimes whole fresh cranberries, any number of things. You can personalize that stuffing. Yeah, we got pretty well all of it there. We'll just set that aside for the moment. Now, to carve the turkey, what I do is I take the legs off first, which come off fairly easily. You just separate it from the breast a bit, push it down. It's fully cooked, it comes off easily, it exposes the joint, leg comes off. And then I section the leg. It's not obvious on this side where to do it, but it is on this side. Pull it apart a bit, and you section the drumstick from the thigh. And what I do is I take the meat off the thigh in this manner. It's not the neatest and tidiest, but it separates the tendons, so you're not serving those tougher tendons. And you don't have to get right down to the bone in every detail, because you're going to save this and the tendons for soup after. No, right there for the moment. And then the meat. Make sure the tendons are out of it, all the little tendons. There's a little guy here, a little guy there. And I'm going to go on a beautiful platter. And we're going to go all the way around with the turkey meat. When it comes time for the thigh, cut down the middle along the edge of the bone, cut on the other side. There's a piece of cartilage at the knee. You leave that on the bone, and you set that aside for your soup. Cut this in a few chunks. This doesn't have any of the tendons in it, and it's just a matter of slicing the guy up into usable portions. Take the wing off the one side. Once again, there will be someone at your table that loves this part. I can remember always at Christmas dinner, it was Doreen that loved the wing. There's Doreen's wing, or the part of it. And the other part we're going to take off when we do the breast. So what we're going to do here to take the breast off, we split the turkey just to the one side of the middle down the breast, and we're going to just section off the breast meat in one piece. And you don't have to be a big time precise butcher. You can leave a little meat on the carcass. At this point you can take the rest of the wing off. That's for Doreen for seconds. It's gonna go right there. No one touched that. And then we're gonna just slice up the breast across the grain. Because normally when you slice it, you're slicing it, the traditional way is that you're slicing the turkey with the grain. It's not the most tender like that. So we cut it across the grain. They're smaller slices, infinitely more tender. Now I happen to be using the paring knife to do this because that was the knife in my hand. But truthfully, if you wanted to use that ham knife that we just had, you could do that too. And it does an equally good job. The beauty part of this is that it has scallops along the blade, so the meat doesn't stick to the blade. Very easy to use. You got your slices right down to the little bit at the end. There we go. It's going to go on the presentation table. And there. If you look at that's a lot of turkey for half a turkey. And then we'll bring our stuffing back and we complete the presentation. And then if you have a big crowd, what the best thing to do is make 2 platters like this. One that you present and it's easy to serve around, and then you have a refill platter that you can bring out with the second helping for everyone. And don't forget the cranberry sauce.